Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of the ABS Show, our Halloween special edition, coming to you straight from New York City. If this is your very first time watching us, go ahead and subscribe to our channel, and after the show, go on Instagram and follow us at the ABS Show. Hi everyone.
Hi.
So before, that was good. Before we dig into today's topic, let me remind our viewers, our wonderful giveaway still continues, people. And if you want to win $250, this is what you need to do. It's very, very simple. First, you have to upload a video on social media telling us why you love our show. All right? So brag. Tell us why you love our show. And you have to tag us, the show, and 5 friends. Okay, it's very, very simple. You have 5 friends now. Tag your family members.
Or 10.
And also use the hashtag ABS Show 250. It's very, very simple. And we're going to select 2 winners each week. Okay, so let's go. Let's get this money. All right, so Miss Spitfire, what's going on?
So, I'm in for a lot of character. The president of Liberia, President John Weah, he has declared that the University of Liberia and all other public universities in Liberia be tuition free. Yes.
So an African politician doing something. He's younger.
I'm telling you.
He's younger. That's why.
All right, but what's the catch? It can't be just free. What's going on?
He has taken that money from China, so he's trying to block their eyes and give them free schooling.
Selling and shocking.
He's blocking their eyes. Because I thought George Weah's his motto was that he's going to fix all the roads. Now he's adding to education, which I think is really good, especially what happened with the More Than Me Academy. So meaning that there's more chances and opportunities for young people in Liberia to go to school for free, because education is really, it gets high. And a lot of people in Liberia, the pay is not even that good. So you got to think about it. So I think this is really a great step in his direction. As one of the youngest presidents in Africa, I think that it's a great step. But I just want to know what China is getting from them. That's my question.
I don't like this idea.
Why?
I don't like this idea
School
of...
for free?
Yes, school for free, but university, no.
Why do you feel
Because
so?
how many of us have free things in our life and we take it for granted?
I didn't.
Oh, you sure?
I didn't take my university for granted.
Because I feel like sometimes when you pay for stuff, you take care of it. You know, you value it more when, you know, you yes, I really do think so, because there's a lot of free education in Ghana with primary school and SS. They don't take it serious. They don't go to school because, well, it's free. But when your dad is on you for you to go to school because they're paying expensive school fees, you take it serious sometimes. Free education, I don't know, there has to be a catch to this. So
Charlie, could it be that because it's free, the education is free, maybe the standard of education they're offering is not up to par? Maybe the university, the school, the primary school and secondary school are not up to standard because it's free. You know how in Africa we have that mentality because it's free, you have to manage whatever
not
we
all
give
free
you,
things
take
are
it.
good.
No.
Right. So maybe, you know, maybe that's why they take it for granted. But in his own case, we hope that he's actually putting the money to good use, that all the places that he said they should give them free education. That they are actually up to standard.
But how are they going to keep funding the schools? Because the reason why we pay school fees is because the teachers need to be paid. They have to keep the school rolling with, you know, and everything like that. So how will tax? Who's paying tax?
But they do have, like,
we don't know how the system works there in Liberia. So maybe
but in the
people pay
budget,
tax
don't they have
accurately.
don't they have budgets set aside for education?
No rum yet. But where's the rum? Yeah, but maybe through tax money. And I understand the concept of free things are taken for granted, but this is higher education.
Exactly.
This is not primary or secondary school. This is university. And everybody always looks forward to that stage in their life. And that has been the challenge of so many youths.
Yes.
They can't afford to pay for higher institutions.
But how does this work?
I even prefer to have higher institution free and then the pre-schools and the grades
charged for, right?
Charged for. For higher institution, it should be free.
Why?
That doesn't make sense to me, because
it does.
No, it doesn't make sense to me. So every other school is you're going to pay for it, but then when you get to university, it's free. So what about those that can afford to take their
because those lower grades,
schools?
those lower grades are never that expensive as compared to higher.
Not expensive to you, but it might be expensive to somebody else.
It's gone up now.
In the village. So
it can never be as expensive as higher institution, no matter
I
what.
know people in Ghana that are not going to school because it's that expensive, or you know, in the villages maybe they're not going to school because they
I
can
personally think
afford
that
it.
education across the board needs
Should
to
be
be free across the board.
Yeah.
Meaning
Okay,
elementary, middle school to college, everything should be free.
I
And I
agree.
think that for me, when I went to college and I was able to get scholarships to help me go through college, I was really invested in making sure that I finalized my thing because I knew it's your upbringing. When your parents instill in you that education is important and they push you and they let you know and also showcase their own learning styles, that you will feel like I was proud to go to school. I wanted to graduate. I wanted to finish. I want to go to college. I want to see A through B. So the thing about it is that it depends on how you're brought up. Some people are brought up with education. You go for a few times in school, then you're going to start your famine, and that's it. And finish here. But I think that you have to instill the importance of education, which is something that we keep on discussing on the show. The education is why some of the people that are in Africa are backwards because they're not getting educated on basic things that are really superstition or things like that.
So it means it's a good thing that he actually made it free. And I think like a lot of other African countries need to embody this. Yes, because it really will go a long way, even if it's just for basic educational understanding, just the basics. You know, if you can cover that, it'll be a good stepping stone for others to build upon. You know?
Yes. That's one thing when I went to Ghana, I really loved the fact that I saw so many school kids. One thing, no matter whatever street you are, different school uniforms, and they're in line. They're so excited to go to school. Yeah. Compared to Nigeria, where I didn't see it as much, but in Ghana, every stop you're going, you're seeing the school kids. I have so many pictures with school kids going to the museum, going in there. You know, things like education is so important, and it's also a badge of honor because literally you're learning. You have to have some kind of structure because what education does is create structure for you so that you have structure in your life.
I think what they also need to do is make it like a law whereby every kid has to be in school. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you can't even walk around New York City like at a certain time. They're gonna be like, "Why are you not in school?" Right? Like make it a thing so by everybody's in school. That way, when I see a child walking around, I'm like, "Why are you not in school? Where are your parents?" So make it a law, and I think that will help as well.
Absolutely.
You know,
President Weah, we're grateful for your incentive to actually make everything free. Other presidents, we have 54 countries. Are you listening to this?
54.
Pick up on it. You need to start give us free education. Let the education actually truly be free. Not say free education when you go to school, you start paying for all these many things. Free education across the board,
meaning books, pens, everything. Meaning every
and Liberia, go to school but steady. Don't just go to school because it's free.
Or to look good.
When you go there, steady.
That's why I still feel like it should be earned. As in
so have
free
like
education in the higher institution should be earned. Like you should have a certain grade of your whatever, your credits before you can get into the higher institution, even if you're not paying for it. Otherwise, it will just be in and out, in and out. People won't graduate.
Talking about Nigeria.
Oh my gosh. Oh no.
So Nigerian Minister of Finance says new plan will encourage child spacing, not limit childbirth. Because people were thinking she said she wants to limit childbirth, right? Oh, wait.
I heard that in the blogs. Yeah, I heard that in the blogs.
Yes, so
they want to reduce childbirth.
Because we're getting to be the most populous country in the world. We're the third after India, China. Nigeria is third. And talking about, I remember in the earlier show you had said something about our mortality rate is going up, right? But childbirth rate is going high because so many people are having too many kids that they can't take care of. That's why they're selling their babies. Yes, they're giving their babies up for adoption, trafficking, and all that. So the thing about it is that Nigeria has become the most populous. But what is the government putting, like education, healthcare? What are they putting in place beyond just saying, oh, let's start spacing the childbirth? So you're going to tell this woman that's just having, oh, just wait a little bit, then have another baby. But still, even if she waits 4 years and has another baby, can she still afford another baby? Let's talk about economics, right?
Listen, a wise crackhead once told me this, and this is what he said: live beyond your live by your means. Don't go and having babies left and right so you can't take care of them. So I agree. But the number, I need a number. If it's 2 per family.
You want to go into China's...
You guys need help or you don't need help?
That cannot happen in Nigeria.
Why not?
You can't put a stop on the amount of kids people can have in a country like Nigeria where promiscuity is at a rise.
Promiscuity, really?
Yes.
How do you know? Are you promiscuous?
I'm from Nigeria.
Are you promiscuous?
What?
Are you promiscuous?
When I take my rum, I'll answer that.
I need to know if you're promiscuous.
No, I'm not actually, but
I think it's family planning.
If
you love the sex that much, family planning, right?
That's what I wanted to say. Like education, family planning. You can't just put a law and say yes, no more childbirth. That's not going to work. That's not how they do it in a developing country. We are not that developed like those other places. So family planning and education is what's going to help. So that people will know that bringing a child into this world is a responsibility. You have to be able to take care of that child in all aspects until they are like 18 and independent and enough to take care of themselves.
In the late 90s towards the early 2000s, they actually had a lot of family planning centers in Nigeria, in the villages, all around.
Yeah.
But then you know how it is that once one administration leaves government,
The other one
and
scraps
they will
everything
scrap,
off and starts
and that was
anew.
how they scrapped it. And it's unfortunate because it was really helping. These people need that education, need that know-how to know that, okay, this is the outcome of having kids at this rate and not being able to afford to take care of them.
Exactly.
But if you're saying that as the Minister of Finance, if you're saying that they need to space their children, you're saying that they can still go ahead and have as much children, just within a longer period of time. But that's not going to solve the problem, because then if they have 4 kids in 10 years, they're still going to have that 4 mouths to feed. That's the problem that we're having, that inability to feed those children. So you're supposed to be preaching for them to learn more about family planning, use condoms, use contraceptives, be on birth control.
Even married couples can still use condoms.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, if your pull-out game is not strong, use condoms.
But I feel like this rule is only for like poor people then.
That's because
It's
even
only for
that's because the wealthy people don't even have that much kids. If you notice, a lot of wealthy people just have
people
they have
make
like
too many
they
babies.
have just like 2 or 3.
What are they busy doing?
They're
Making
busy
money.
Doing Yahoo.
But the poor people are also giving birth to a lot of kids because they need people to work on the farm.
So
It's not
they're
every
giving
poor
birth to
person that
their
works in the
staff.
farm.
No, but I'm just giving an
It's a staffing
example.
plan.
Obviously, not every poor people
It's a staffing
work on the
plan.
farm,
Not
but they
every poor
should
people
to
are
get
in
money.
village.
But that's not the point I'm making. I'm making
Charlie,
some
that's
people
the-
also are coming from the
The staffing agency.
They
They have staffing agency.
from
They're
the point
creating their own
of who's going to work on that farm.
And they send some of them to go and be housemates in other people's houses.
Right.
It's like
It's a revenue for
they
them.
think giving birth is like an investment and a retirement
course.
plan. That's how most of these forefathers are thinking. When I give birth to a lot of kids, it's like a lottery. One of them will be successful. One of them will be a billionaire. One of them will be a millionaire. Yeah, because the chances
you're not even setting them up for that.
you just giving birth to one child and him or her being very successful is very tiny. But then if you spread it,
With 20 children.
just spread it.
But you're not even setting
Some
them up
family
for that
planning.
foundation.
Just spread it. What did the Bible say? Be fruitful.
Go here into the
Multiply.
room, multiply.
Conquer the earth. Now, wow.
Replenish
I
the
think
earth.
because in Nigeria, most of them are religious people as well, right? So
Most
they're
of them.
most of them are, right? So they're also looking at it from the Bible standard, right? Where you say just multiply.
Yeah.
But
But
the Bible
multiplying
means
can
multiply
afford.
and feed them.
I mean, literally, what they need to do, if they like, this is why. This is why our politicians right now are not doing right by us, because literally, how much would it cost to invest in posters, in contraceptive, and different things, and have some outreach workers going to people's houses talking about what's happening with prevention, what you can do, what some of the ramifications are. It's to teach them, even in simple when you're in secondary school, teaching about health. About safer sex.
Bliss, it's not all about the government. What are our pastors teaching?
Okay, you're
Pastors
right.
can teach that too,
You're
right?
right. Yeah,
the
you're
teachers
right.
can teach that too. We
Yes.
shouldn't leave everything for the
You're
government.
right. You're right.
Because
But the government can
on
fund.
Sundays, this church be packed.
You're right.
With a whole
You're
lot
right.
of women.
Yeah.
More women than men.
You're
so
right.
teach them.
That's true.
Yeah,
I guess
so-
all of our leaders that can do teaching should do teaching for family planning.
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
Ministry of Finance, you need to have a talk with Ministry of Health and also Ministry of Women's Affairs. People should come together and start implementing all these family planning clinics. So we need them back. We need this awareness to to circulate in the country, because we don't want to outnumber Asia.
India or Asia.
The
Can you
Asian
imagine?
continent.
India,
It would be
Asia,
sad if one
We
if
are
Nigeria
busting at the seams.
it would be sad if Nigeria outnumber an entire continent.
And then our GDP is below
terrible.
whatever. That doesn't
with
make
no
any sense.
funds, nothing whatsoever. So
Nothing,
please,
no
let us save
industrialization.
face, I beg.
At least if you're going to make extra children, make more industry for them to work.
Okay.
Like Charlie said.
Create jobs.
When you create your workforce.
So does
you
that
need
mean they're going to
jobs.
make abortion legal then?
Oh, here we go. Ooh, Charlie.
No,
Let's
but the
dig into
Minister
that
of
then.
Finance just said they're not going to put a hold on childbirth, whatever, because
Okay.
that was
They're
a
going to
rumor.
do spacing.
They're going to do spacing.
Doesn't that mean, isn't that a word remixed? What is spacing compared to
It means,
we're
they,
not
it
going to
means
stop it?
but normally what the solution to that is, like you said, family planning. Because family planning tells you, like, one at a time, not pumping every 9 months. I have friends that one is older than the other one with 9 months. I'm like, wow. So as you just came out, your dad just put it in again. Like, really? That's too much. Sometimes they really need this education.
And
In
earlier,
fact,
you said that even when you're married, you should probably use protection
condom.
sometimes.
Right.
All right, so we're going to move on to the next topic. Simani, what's going
Yes,
on?
the next topic is sensitive because xenophobia has resurfaced again in South Africa as usual. So recently there was a great trend on social media. There was even somebody who tweeted and was threatening that they're going to attack non-South Africans, and everybody should be watchful and careful. And they actually did attack non-South Africans again in South Africa. These are Somalians were affected, and the rumor they had was that the Somalian markets that they are selling what did you call it? Expired food products to them. That was the propaganda. That was what they used to attack them.
Wow.
And the annoying part about it is that the government is playing deaf ears and blind eyes to xenophobia attack in South Africa.
They always have.
They always have, and they're still doing it. All they say is that that's not really happening, that certain people were not targeted, that the people are just fighting against injustice. Is that what we should be talking about in the 21st century?
Wow.
Yeah,
really?
so some people were killed and burnt as usual. I just feel like we should talk about it so the people would know.
And these are people's businesses. Like, people are losing their people have invested their time and their effort for their businesses. So I don't understand why somebody selling their own groundnuts in this one store, or selling their material, selling what they have to sell, has nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
What does it have to do with you? Like, this is
There.
ignorance. It's literally like colorism again. Like, literally, you're hating on each other.
But
Why?
if you look at the history of South Africa, you know that the whole appetite and all that happened, the culture there breeds about this. The hate in there is phenomenal. Why won't you hate on your fellow man? Whether you're black or you're white, when you are you're living in constant slavery.
Yes.
Till tomorrow.
You're always going to be there. So you making yourself feel better about yourself. You want to do what? You want to trample upon the next person.
I think that's where it's also coming from, though, because they're feeling like the white people came in and took our jobs and stole most of our things.
Now,
And now our
our
very own Africans are coming from other African countries and coming into countries and stealing things.
But they're not
they
the only
did
ones
send out
They're
the
not trying
warnings.
to do anything
Yeah, they sent out
anyway.
the
They did send out the warnings, and it was on the ABS Instagram as well. It's like they are worse than the KKK. They are having secret meetings on how to destroy foreigners from their countries. Not only Nigerians, by the way.
Somalians
All
were affected
foreigners.
this time.
So it's like nobody is welcome, but they have to understand that when foreigners come to your country, some of them are also bringing job opportunities.
Of course, a lot of times they are.
And they are doing these jobs that you don't want to do it. You feel like you're too good of a person to do certain jobs. And when they come in to do the dirty jobs that you guys won't do, you are mad. Stay mad, losers.
Yeah.
And then I get upset.
Somebody I work with, a catering thing, she's South African. She told me, and I asked, why is this going on, Charmaine? And she says to me, the reason is that some South Africans don't want to do certain jobs. Yeah. And people are doing it, especially what you just said. And it's like, so somebody's doing the job that you don't want to do.
Then why are you upset?
And you're upset and you're intimidated and you don't want to push yourself to be able to acquire owning your own business and being like actualizing your own dreams. They've done it and you're intimidated.
And they're directing their frustration at the wrong people.
Exactly. Well, that's the same thing that also happens here, where they talk about how, all the Mexicans and all these Africans, they come and they take our jobs. But when they leave, are you going to build that bridge? Are you going to do construction in the dead winter time? No, you're not going to do all these things. We are the ones that are doing this stuff. But you're mad that we're doing it, but you're not going to do it. So I don't want that cake, but you're not going to have that cake. Let's just sit down there and spoil. That's pretty much what it is. You guys don't want to work. You want to sit down all day and drink. Your women don't even want you guys because you don't want to work. You're
like
lazy.
Same with South
across
Africa.
the board. And then you get mad
too.
because they run after the Nigerian men and the Ghanaians and the Kenyans and the Somalians.
They are really upset.
You can't be mad. Just brother, go and wake up. Wake yourself
up your game. Up your game.
I'm not ashamed to say this, but most of the South African men are mad at the Nigerians because we are very large and we know how to do it. Guys, get circumcised if you want to. Yes, it's the bitter truth.
Simani, you don't know. She would tell you. And she said it's no.
Oh!
No, she's been dating Ghanaians. Hello?
No, she hasn't been dating no Ghanaians.
She's been dating Ghanaians. You see?
I missed it. All right, I missed the whole gist. What?
On a serious note, though, how do we keep this from not happening again?
I think that it's education and also literally the government has to step in. This is becoming a national emergency.
Can we say something else? Every time we talk about the government has to step in, what can we do?
What can we do? Because what we're doing right now, bringing light to it, shining light on it, and working together. But something has to give. People need to be arrested. People need to be fined. So you need to get ramification. You're abandoning somebody's store. Then now you're going to go through this. So to stop them, you have to put laws in it. You have to arrest them as they're doing it.
Yeah, government. The police is in support.
The government is in denial. The police hate us. When I was living in South Africa,
I didn't know that.
When I was living in South Africa around 2014, 2015, I lived in an apartment in Randburg for 6 months. The police visited my house every month for 6 months for no reason.
Are you serious?
Yes, just because I was Nigerian. The people living under me were even whites. Then my next neighbors were South African black people. But the police visited my apartment to the extent that they even let them into the complex without letting me know. And they have no right to come without anything. They just come, knock the door. As soon as I open, they start walking through the whole apartment, checking my stuff, looking for fraud stuff. And then they sit down for no reason, just because I'm Nigerian, because I can't speak Zulu.
Abuse of power.
Abuse of power.
They're abusing their powers.
In that case, who do you now report? Who do you fall back on? There's nobody. The government are turning a blind eye to the situation. The police are in support of what is happening. So you're on your own pretty much. Just stay safe out there.
And what about I mean, honestly, if you are under attack, I think that some of these you need to start moving back to your countries.
But
I think
is that a solution? This is Africa.
Well, you're saying that you just give up and you just go back to your countries?
If it's getting that dangerous, the people are just killing you left and right. Like sometimes you just have to do that mass exodus.
If you do that, that's what they want. If you do that, they win.
But then they'll gag when nobody's there doing the jobs and nobody has businesses for them. Then they'll come right together. Maybe they'll go after people that are really oppressing them.
You know, they've actually been sending this note. They've been sending the hints since. Even the government have been sending the hints. They said that Nigeria cannot enter again. They've been sending the hints. So I don't know why we're saying government is turning a blind eye. Government really wants this thing to happen. They want you guys to go back to your country.
We need to use the social media, like you said, and spread the word out.
True.
We have to move on to the next topic. Singer King Promise is in trouble with his Dubai-based millionaire over not fulfilling his promises.
And his name is Promise.
Your name is King Promise, and you're not fulfilling your promises. King Promise is a singer in Ghana. A lot of hits, Selfish, CCTV, my very favorite song from him. Oh yeah, he's dope, right? All right, so there's a woman in Dubai called Yasmin Bazadi, and that's her. And she,
big God.
Oh no,
that's
big God.
Big goddess. Big goddess.
And she's threatening to take legal action against him.
Why?
Wow.
Apparently, she's a secret sponsor. So she might be sponsoring your fave out there, okay? She's a secret sponsor.
I'm looking for a sponsor.
And she claims she invested in King Promise.
Wow.
So before he blew up to become the man that he is now, she was the one that was investing in him, paying for video shoots, clothes, traveling. I don't know about massaging, but traveling from here, traveling from there. And King Promise basically promised that when I when I blow up and become huge, I'll bring you along.
Okay.
And he didn't. So now she's trying to sue him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good luck on that. Good luck on suing.
She also said she signed King Promise, but King Promise denied that. She was like,
does she have legal
you
documentation?
didn't sign me. Maybe verbal.
So what is he saying on his? What is his?
He's saying that it's not true.
Ew.
Yeah. So that's what is going on. So she's going to sue, and we're going to find out what happens.
Yeah,
so what do you guys think about this?
But I don't think this is a new issue because.
In entertainment.
Yes, in entertainment. There's a possibility she's not lying. There are so many up and coming artists that made a lot of promises like King Promise and cried for support. And there were people who believed in them, but because of the love, the people didn't go into paperwork. They gave them money, thousands of dollars, shoot video, I believe in you, you will make it, do this promotion. And then when they make it, after all, there's no evidence, and they forget about you. So it happens a lot, even in Lagos, it happens in the industry. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is true.
So people don't do free things anymore without expecting something back?
I mean, if they have that agreement, if they have an agreement.
Investment.
Maybe he was thinking, I thought it was all gifts. I didn't know I had to pay back, or I didn't know that I owed you anything.
Or maybe he paid back in kind.
No, I don't.
Maybe he was taking her out and he figured that would suffice. That would be enough.
That's some kind of payment, though, you know.
When it comes to giving your money and investing your money, you need to have paperwork in this day and age. Why would you just have a gentleman's handshake? It makes no sense. Literally, you're not going to get your money from somebody that you don't have the paperwork showcasing that you are giving this amount of money. They're giving you this kind of promissory, whatever. We just talked about what happened in Ghana with the guy taking money from his investors, and they're suing him because they have paperwork. When you have no paperwork, how are you going to catch somebody? And somebody all the way in Ghana and you're in Dubai, it's going to be a little bit harder to sue somebody in that sense. And where's the proof? Where's the proof? You know, it's all about the proof is in the pudding. If there is no proof, you can't sue him. It's just you have given away your money to somebody who's shopping them, and they will give them back to you.
We don't even know if she has proof. Maybe she has proof because she said she wants to sue, so we assume that she has proof. Yeah. But the thing is, I don't hear this too often in the entertainment industry where a woman, where a sponsor will do anything without paperwork. Because remember, you're dealing with artists, and for someone who's been a secret, sponsor for a lot of people out there, she should be used to the game already. This should be a very, very familiar atmosphere for her to find herself in, where to keep paperwork, to have it in ink, in that writing, on the dotted line. That this is what I want you to do, and this is what you're supposed to do. This is what you're going to get or give me back. But in this case, for her to get to this point with him, it means that there's something else in there. It's more than
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this because
in there.
I don't want her to win this case. Let me tell you why. Because if she does, it will open the floodgate of everybody else coming out. Oh, remember when I gave you a ride? That was an investment. Remember when you came and I gave you a free haircut? That was investment. You cannot do that. Like you said, before you want to invest in me, paperwork. Let's agree.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Let me agree that this is an investment. It's not for free. Don't take me into, making me think that it was free and now I have to pay back.
Yeah.
If it was an investment and it was a loan, let me know ahead of time.
Yeah. And the flip side is, if let's say we had an agreement and we were making love or we were doing something, realize that when we stop dating, don't start suing me.
Yeah.
People do that.
People do that.
When somebody you are dating
Revenge.
or you're having sex with or you're in a relationship with start to pull away and don't want to be with you, I go sue you now. Because you're scorned me, you're slighting me, so now I'm going to sue you. So you can't fall back on that if that's the real deal.
I feel like they had a relationship. That's what I feel like. Because for her to be somebody in Dubai who is very educated and she's a secret sponsor and she didn't do paperwork with him, then definitely they did some other work.
And I mean, she also sponsored Sarkodie's clothing line. Like she's a big girl.
Madame,
what's her social medium?
So for you to get to this point, man.
Charlie, what's her social medium? Don't cut me.
I don't know.
Tell me.
I mean, her issue actually is that she's saying that Kim Promise wasn't grateful. Grateful, but what do you want? What do you want in return? Says
he didn't meet up to his own part of the bargain, or he's just not showing gratitude. Which of them is it?
Yeah, gratitude and you're not being grateful. But what do you want?
She wants him to be his woman. She wants him to take her to claim her. He's not claiming her.
You can't claim her. If you have an understanding, we have an agreement that this is what you're going to do. I'm going to do this for you. I'm going to give you this baby roots, and you will eat the baby roots, and you give me the wrapper back. That's exactly what you do.
Yeah.
Don't expect me to. I'm not expecting you to give me the wrapper back and now say, oh, kneel down while you're giving it to me, and then raise it up in the sky.
You know what?
What do you want
Kim
this
Promise
guy to
is
do
going to be
for
in New York
you?
City in a couple of weeks.
Kim.
I want to talk to you, Kim Promise.
We
What
have
really
a
went
seat for
on?
you.
On the show.
Yes.
Come on the show.
All right. We want to end our show here today. Make sure to tune in back. Come back. Until next time you're watching the ABS show, this is MinaTV. Bye.
Thanks for watching. And if you liked this episode, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. See you next time.